your host, Dr. Hope Sibuyi. You are still tuned in, Rope for Hope Talkshow. We welcome you. It's a beautiful Wednesday night, and I believe we are all blessed. Please share. Tell everybody we are about to storm it. We are about to talk about something that you needed to hear. And I know tonight's show is going to change your life. Tonight, my guest is one of the women really who inspires a lot of us. And I know that tonight she is really going to inspire you and change your thinking. Tonight with me, it's an honorable and anointed woman of God whose heart cries out for people, graduated from Wits University with honors in BA, educated. Decided years ago to give up her career to support her husband in full-time ministry, where he's a senior pastor of House of Treasure Ministry. She's overseeing the running in the church ministry, I'm in and I care ministry, taking care and meeting the needs of the less fortunate, leader overall of women's ministry. First Lady Mama Hester, we welcome you tonight. You are welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for giving us this time to come and speak with you. You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mama,
you look good yourself.
Thank you. I'm honored. Mama, you've been in ministry. You have family. You are all about. Tell the viewers who actually Mama, aka who are you?
Well, where do I start? Okay. Basically, where I am now is I'm in full-time ministry with my husband. And yes, obviously I also still see to the children, you know. I have 4 kids. Obviously the 2 are grown. So with the younger ones, so I still do I'm very hands-on when it comes to
very
children.
hands-on.
Yes, that's an agreement we had that my husband, he has given me that okay, baby, you take care of the children, and when I need you to be by my side, then you can be there. So we have that balance. That's when he gets really busy in ministry, then I have time with the children, so they don't feel left out, they don't feel the gap, you know. So yeah, so that's basically it. I also do a bit of business on my own. On the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
You are hands-on also.
Yes.
Ministry, family, business.
Yes. Yeah.
So what business are you doing, Mom?
Okay, I have a passion for fashion.
Yes.
So, I actually registered a business. I have my own label, Urban Plates, which I've just started working on.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then obviously I'm busy with another business that I can't disclose as yet because I'm still working on it in the background. And because we had before ministry, we had obviously we still have a real estate company.
Yeah.
So I do a bit of that as well, because I still have clients that refer people to me. That wants to buy or sell their houses.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're quite busy.
Yeah. So
you're quite busy.
I do all of that. Yeah.
The I Care Ministry. Why did you start the I Care Fund? And tell us about it.
Okay, that is like that's really my real passion is honestly within the ministry.
Okay.
So when we decided to launch the church, obviously we had to sit down and write the vision and what we want and what our focus is and everything. And I asked him from the start, because I've always had passion for people. I've always had the love for the less privileged. So I asked him that when we have the church, if it's okay if I have a division within the church that is like Hands of Compassion. Just to work with the less privileged.
Less privileged.
Yes, because even as a young person, obviously, sometimes you want to follow certain career paths, but something along the line. I mean, I never thought I'd go into private sector. I've always wanted to be a social worker. So
that's where now the heart for people.
It's always been there.
Does that mean that maybe from growing up you've been, feeling for other kids? It's where you found your purpose.
Yes. Really, I just love people. I find that even at school, I would always somehow navigate to the children that are less popular, and try and make them feel welcome into school, and or give them. I don't like anyone to be embarrassed. I just love people. So for me, this was an opportunity for me to just expand the passion I already had for people, and I think this was a great platform because I mean, as a church, as much as we are preaching the word, I mean, if you go back to the days of Jesus Christ, even him preaching the word,
he was the people's people.
He was the people, yes. So that's it.
Wow.
And it's really, I see it really works well.
So at the time, how did you found your purpose? Because is there anyone who has helped you to say, no, I think this is where you belong? Because most people, we find that we don't find our purpose.
Yes.
And we go there and there and there. But from what you just said, like growing up, you actually had that love for people and not seeing people embarrassed.
Yes.
Did anyone shape your life to understand that this is where I belong, or you just discovered it yourself?
I really just discovered it myself, and when we now got into it, obviously, I did a lot of my research as well, because there's, when you do outreach and this kind of thing, there's a lot of things you have to understand. You have to understand the community you work with. You have to understand their needs.
Wow.
Yeah, so then obviously I set up meetings with in different communities, like there's a school that's very close to my heart. So when we got our property here, there's a school close to here that is, it's like a farm school where all the children from the informal settlement
they
go.
go there.
So I set up an appointment with the principal to find out their needs, and that's where iCare was birthed from the school, from a local school.
Goodness gracious.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So we would, we had like a feeding scheme where we would feed them every week.
Awesome. Every week.
Every week.
Wow. Where do you get the strength?
Something we're blessed with in House of Treasures, I have to say, is God has blessed us with spiritual sons and daughters, that their heart is for the ministry, their heart is for the vision. I mean, we don't have to work hard at them volunteering for anything. So I obviously work with the ladies from church.
Awesome.
Yes, I have a group of ladies that I work with, and like those that are self-employed, that are actually seeking for employment, so they would come and help me on a weekly basis.
Awesome.
And with that, I believe God has blessed a lot of them. From there, marriages were birthed.
My goodness.
It's
an offering.
Yes, it's an offering.
It's an offering.
It's a seed.
It's a seed.
Yeah, so
it's a seed.
It's really, it's blessed. It's brought us together, just working there with them. So yes. Wow. So I just thank God for we have really great sons and daughters. And with this team, we had even men work, from the brothers as well. So it's really with the church.
Awesome.
I could not have achieved what I did without the help of church. That's the truth. Yes.
The purpose of the church is to go out there and find the gap in the community. And this is what Mama is currently doing, helping the less privileged. And we are blessed to have women like her in our time that is actually going out there and say, I can be a help to someone. I mean, when those kids grow, they're actually going to say, someone helped me to eat. That's why I am where I am today. We'll be right back after the break. Please stay tuned. We are going deeper into the conversation. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Apostle Felix Okoh, the senior pastor of House of Treasures Ministries. I'm here with my beautiful wife, Pastor Hester Okoh. We just want to take this opportunity to invite you for our annual Excel conference that is starting on the 4th of March to the 8th of March. Please, it's going to be daily at 6:30 p.m. and on Saturday, which is the 7th, is a ministers conference. So please, we want everybody to come. Bring your friends, enemies, everyone. Come. It shall be power-packed. We have two major guest speakers. Apostle Kingsley Eremulo all the way from the United States, and then we have Apostle Joshua Selman from Nigeria, and also myself and my wife will be speaking here and there. But we want you to be there. It's going to be awesome. Your life will change completely. Amen. It's a season of revival. It's a season of blessing. This year, God has given it to us as our year of harvest, and I believe this is to activate the harvest that you have been waiting for. God bless you.
Welcome back. You are still with me, Dr. Hope Sibuyi, on our talk show that is happening every Wednesday. And please tune in. And I am still with my guest, Mama. She has touched more of a lot of things. I feel we can unpack each, but if we were to unpack each one of the points that you have said, honestly, we will take the whole week. But yeah. Mama, welcome back.
Thank you.
Now, my question to you is, how do you balance church, business, family? You heard department. You are a superhero, and you're still intact and still beautiful. How do you balance all that and just still find time to be with your kids and just because most of the women we break. Yes. When you have this and you feel they don't appreciate you, and there's that, and you try by all means, at the end of the day, you literally break. How do you do that?
To be honest, when we launched the ministry, the first thing I done is I went into prayer. And there are specific things I ask God to help me with, because when the man is called, you as the wife, you're not ready like him. Like he's the one that God called you, and you just have to fit into that vision. So, my husband just woke up on and says, "Baby, God spoke to me. It's time for us to start."
And I'm like, hold on. Okay, no, it can't be. We still need to go out, and then
exactly. Can you give me time, to. And then he's like, "No, baby, this is the time." So what do you do as when your husband comes and tells you that? The first thing I had to do is to go to God with what I knew I needed to, So I had to go and say, "God, help me in this and this and this." And for me, it's really the grace of God.
Of course.
Every time a pastor's wife asks me, "How do you do it?" I say it's by His grace. And that is how,
be the grace.
And honestly speaking, there's no formula. I can't sit and say, do A, B, C. All I can say is, this journey, you have to take it with God. You have to get to a point where you take yourself out of it. And because, women, we are emotional. So
of course.
In your journey, you're going to be offended. You're going to see things you don't like. And I think for me, what has helped me to balance everything is because I had decided years ago, it's not decided, but I'm just really very submissive. I'm so submissive.
Women, really, you need to be submissive.
I am. I'm so submissive.
My goodness.
Really. I have a strong character. I do. But I dealt with this as the years went by, because I'm here to be a helpmate to my husband, not to make it difficult for him and to want to show who I am in the ministry. So I've allowed him to lead.
My goodness.
And I allow him to tell me. So anything concerning the church, before I make any decisions, I do always go to my husband and ask to make sure it sits well with him. So asking me how I balance it, one thing I did ask him is, baby, if I'm going in with this, you know, the only thing I ask you is that you allow me to be myself. You know, don't compare me to any pastor's wife, how they done it, or just allow me to be me. Let me just do it in his strength, my way. And I think that has helped me, because that is how my husband has allowed me to be myself. He's never put pressure on me.
And you become natural, and there's no pressure,
there's
because
no pressure.
you do as it comes.
Yes, really, there's no pressure. And for him, he's okay with me being there when he needs me, but he's allowing me to be a mother to my children, which is that's really where my focus, really, I really am such a hands-on mom. My kids really come first, obviously, after God. So I think because he allows me, I am able to balance. So he knows when it's time for the children, it's time for the kids, because he can't always be there. And in business, because it's part-time as well, I can do it in my leisure time.
Of course.
Yes, so my time is very flexible. But everything I do, I work it around my children's schedule. Obviously, it's different when we go away, because he does a lot of international preaching. So thank God I have a good help at home, you know, so that is full time. So I have someone that is with the kids all the time when I'm away, and I'll have my sister stay over. You know, when my mom was alive, they'll come and stay with the kids, and I do all the arrangement, the picks up, the drops, because they have a lot of extramural activities. Yes. So I drop them off, I pick them up.
At your level,
yes, I do. I like doing it
very
myself.
important, because they can be free with you anytime, and you don't have to allow you know the community to grow your children.
No.
You grow them, you pick them and see that today, Nana, you're not okay.
Yes.
Immediately you can sense it in the spirit,
and that is very important. Especially, you know, I have a little girl and she needs me. You know, I don't want my helper bringing up my daughter. You know, there are certain values I want in her that I want to put there. I want to pick her up and see if she's having a good day when I pick her from school.
And give her that warm hug to say you can always talk to me.
I want to know when she's okay and when she's not okay. So I think that has helped. That yes, I do come in. There's certain programs we do. So when my husband says, baby, like for instance, we have someone coming in today for counseling, I'd like you to sit in, then I work around it. So I'm available when he needs me to be, but there are certain times where he does things on his own. Then I am able to do other things. And in terms of business, I try and work, especially in real estate, I try and schedule my appointments more over the weekend and maybe after hours on the days when it goes around on the days when we don't have something in church. So most of how I juggle business with church and family, I do it, I make sure that it doesn't clash with what goes on at church. And something that I like about my husband is when we, like, you know, when the children have parents' meetings, he allows me to go.
Wow.
He really...
How long have you been married?
2002. That's 18 years, 18, 19 years.
So, after 18 years, you still... Did you hear how she calls him? Baby. You are calling your husband Babagas Ban Ban.
Oh, no.
And you are calling your wife Mamaga Samuel. You know? Once you miss those kind of things, that's where the gap is, because what you need to maintain is the standard as a woman. And one thing that she spoke about submission. But what touched me even more is when she said, I went to God and I asked God, give me the strength. Because as women, indeed, we carry a lot of things in us. But if you tell it to God, He will give you all the strength. And most of the pastor's wife, for example, or most of the women, you know, you find that especially in church or in their businesses, their husband don't involve them. Yes. What could be the mismatch there? Is it because as women we playing it back, we don't want to, like, for example, he will say to me, please go preach, and I'm like, no, and then the second time, no, then the third time he say, why do I have to ask you? Or is it men that are just saying, no, you can't preach, this is my church, I can do everything, and what seems to be the issue? Because I've noticed that most of the women, especially pastor's wife, they're actually burning inside, they're crying inside. Sometimes you find that there's an appreciation, they appreciate only the pastor.
Yes.
And not the pastor's wife. What seems to be the problem?
I think it's all comes down to the man of God. How important his wife is. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's really, for me, it's a personal relationship you have with your husband. With him, I don't preach. I don't preach like all the time in church. Most times I share mostly with the woman, and he's okay with that.
Because that's where your passion.
That's where my passion is. So I think it depends on from pastors' wives. Does she want to preach, or does she want to? Because look, but I still say, as a pastor's wife, you have to come to a time in your life where you have the church must know you. They must hear your voice. They must feel who Mama is in the church.
Of course.
So that will come when he encourages you as well. And it also has to do with a lot. I'm going to say this to pastors. That how you make your wife feel. Because her confidence is built on how you make her feel, not just how you present it to the church, but how you handle her behind the scenes.
Of course.
There's no need. Wow. It won't work if you say you come to the church and you praise your wife, and then behind the scene you tell her how useless she is.
Like
you're gonna break her confidence.
Sorry to come in there. There was another lady, and the husband was preaching. And he was preaching to say, love your wife, take care of your wife. And the wife stood up and said, let it be so even at home.
You see? That's
so you don't want those kind of things. Yes. So it must start at home.
It must start at home.
Honor your wife at home.
It must start
take
at
care,
home.
so that the church can see what you are doing. Then they will follow you.
Yes, that is true. Because I remember the one day Apostle asked me, baby, how are you coping? Like, just tell me. We went out for lunch, and he said,
goodness.
He said,
so he just took you out for lunch just to ask you,
ask me, how are you doing it? How are you?
He need to teach men.
Yes,
we need to get him on this platform to talk to men. Men, it's coming.
Yes. No, really, it really makes a difference.
Wow.
Because women become a lot of insecurities, and the one thing we want is security from our husbands. So when he asked me that question, the only thing I said to him, I said, baby, I've been able to do this because you love me.
Oh my God.
And that is how I can be confident, knowing that no matter, look, church, I'm here 2-3 hours, you deal with a different personalities, different things. But most of the time you spend at home with your family.
Of course.
So how he treats you is what will give you the confidence to be the helpmate he wants.
And to face the people.
Because you see, women, we work a lot of with emotions. I know we listen to Joyce Myers, and she says, leave your emotions out of it. It's easier said than done. So we still do emotions. So if you want a happy pastor's wife and a confident pastor's wife, it has to come from the man. He has to help. It's not going to come from the congregation.
No.
Just like you are his first fan, his number one fan, he has to be your number one fan.
Of course.
Because you're going to get criticism, but you must be able to go home and your husband says, baby, you did well.
Wow.
And that helps you, even if okay, I need to work here.
Yes.
But you can go knowing, okay,
yeah,
my man said I must do well in this, and then so That
Wow.
has worked for me.
That is so intense. That is so deep. That is, I'm sure we are learning a lot. Our WhatsApp number again is 072-368-3581. Please send us those comments, those questions, so that we can answer you and engage with you. Still with me is still Mama, and she's talking very, very deep stuff. And I believe we're going to be really, really, really in another level of us as women and even as men. We're gonna take more of the questions, but before we do that, let's just take a break so that we can have our water, and we'll see you after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You are still with me, Dr. Hope Sibuyi, and we are here at the talk show, Rope for Hope talk show, and I am still with my guest who she's telling us, deep things. And welcome back, Mama.
Thank you, Doctor.
I know you were diagnosed with cancer in 2018.
Yes.
How has the journey been to you?
Okay. It has been a journey. But I'm going to say again, thank you that I have a husband that's very strong in faith. And he has helped me to build my faith. So when I initially got the diagnosis, it's like I was preparing myself for it, because in that weekend before they came to tell me, I just had the urge to read the Bible and just to encourage myself, depending on what the outcome of my results will be. So when they told me...
So they told you in hospital? Were you
Yes,
in hospital?
I was in hospital. I was in ICU.
Okay. So you were not feeling okay?
I wasn't feeling okay. Because for years I had been battling with pneumonia.
Oh.
Yes. So I was in and
yes.
out, and x-rays. So when at this time, I decided to go for a second opinion. So I went to a different hospital.
And it was a lung cancer.
And then that's because, yes. So they did a lung biopsy. That's how I ended up in ICU.
Wow.
And with the lung biopsy is now when they discovered the cancer.
Wow.
Yes. But something the doctor said that actually made me to prepare my heart for this is, when he looked at my scans prior to the operation, he said to me, when I look at the scans, he says, it looks really bad, and if this is what we suspect, lung cancer, then you should not be here. That you should be white bones. That was his exact words. Meaning that it's probably not lung cancer. It's probably just something we can deal with. So it's okay, let's just do this. But if it's lung cancer, you should not be here, because it had now spread to both lungs.
Yes. Are you serious?
Yes.
My goodness.
So that's waiting for the results. I decided, let me just build my faith, because I don't know what the outcome of the results will be. So when I saw some of them avoiding me and eventually coming to me and closing the curtains, I knew.
Oh my God! You're like,
news.
This is it.
Yes. But my first reaction was not to burst out and cry. I don't know where I got the strength from God. The first thing I said to him is, call my husband, because he's really my pillar. I just said, please, can you call my husband to come? And that's when he came. And the first thing he said to me, baby, we can do this. God is going to help us through this.
And the fear crept in to say, how long am I going to be here?
Yes.
And then you're thinking, my kids and...
Yes, because they had given me time, not to go too much. They had given me 3 to 6 months.
From that time?
From the diagnosis to
From
say I only have 3 months. Yes.
And so, here you are.
Yeah, I am
looking fresh,
20, and I'm still here.
Oh my word, looking strong and keeping strong.
And what has kept me is the word. The word. That's what I do. I eat, sleep, walk, the word.
Everything.
Yes.
But how do you get the courage to even, because most of, especially the pastor's wife, I know we hold on to a lot of things because you're afraid to be judged.
Yes.
What will people say? Maybe my husband, some people will say, but your husband must pray, he's praying for others. How has this been to you? And where do you get the courage to really even stand on a public platform and say, hey, I've got it, but I can make it, and I'm making it, you can make it?
I think it's my love for life.
That's so profound.
I have just decided that I am not ready to die. You have to make that decision.
My goodness.
It's really, I look at my husband, I still love him too much to not
go.
To let go of him. I look at my kids and I'm not ready to let them go. So I think it's my fight that I want, and I still have so much I want to accomplish in ministry. You know, there's still so much I want to do. Let my life not be that I was just here and I'm gone and I have nothing to show. And let the glory of God just shine through all of this.
Of course.
So for me, it's really just my love for life.
My goodness.
And obviously, because my husband's faith is so strong, he doesn't even give me a chance to feel sorry for myself. He's very strong.
So that support.
The support.
My goodness.
That is very important. The support from my husband, from the church. Oh man, the church has been a great support. The prayers.
Oh my goodness.
It's just love and support.
Oh my goodness.
Because you see, in a time like that, you really need all that. So the love from family, from the church, from my husband, has helped me to keep it in the word. Yes. I just love, you know, my favorite scripture is in Psalm 23. I mean, we grew up with Psalm 23 in Sunday school. And it's just, it's just, you know, it's just like a poem. But what really touched me is Psalm 23 verse 4. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You know, I shall fear no evil. So for me, I keep telling myself I'm going through it. Because when you read this, though I go through the valley. So I'm not going to stay there. And that has been my anchor scripture. I'm going through.
That's so profound.
Yes, I'm going through it.
Wow.
So that has really helped me to just go through it.
My goodness.
Yes, it's just scriptural based, really, on the word.
Wow.
I base it on the word.
So how did you deal with rejection? Like people who will, you know, try to push you, you know, and like with words like saying, but you know, mostly when you have the disease, people will feel that, you know, and especially people whose purpose are there to distract, basically. But from what you're saying, you're getting the support. But how do you deal with that kind of level of rejection?
Yeah, it's I think with me also, because I don't look, you know, you have your the look.
Yeah.
When you have cancer.
You don't have even a stitch of
I've heard people say things like, it's a lie. They're just making it up.
Accept it.
Yes.
And just fight.
Yeah, just, you know. So for me, I really don't listen to the negativities of people. It hurts. It really hurts. But what can you do?
You can't change them.
Yes, you can't change. And if you're waiting and expecting people to be there, that you... Some people deal differently with the disease. So some people are there to support you, and some shy away from it because they don't know how to comfort you. So, yeah, you just really...
My goodness.
Yes.
Mama, somebody is sitting there, and she's sick, and they just gave up, you know, and they're just feeling, this is it, we can't. Please speak to someone who is looking at you and watching you right now that says, I'm giving up, I can't do this anymore. And here you are, after such a long time, you make it. You made it. Please give them a word of encouragement.
My beloved sister, anyone that is listening to this broadcast, all I can say to you is, it is only you and you alone that can make that decision if you want to live or die. And if you just go back, just go to the Word of God. go to scriptures like Job. If you see what he went through and he's come through it, know whatever the devil throws at you, that God is there to support you all the way. So I would say, just go back to the Word of God and stay in prayer, and don't ever give up on life. The only person that can give up on life is you. God has given us the choice, and you choose between life and death. So it's a choice that you have to make. That's the first choice. Choose that you want to live. Give God something to work with, and then see how things will change for you. Because it is working for me. Just wanting to live and having faith in God.
Wow. Have faith in God.
Yes.
Now, Mama, finally, this time is just flying out the window. Don't forget our WhatsApp number is 072-368-3581. And finally, Mommy, what are your future plans? Because I saw that you are having a conference where Apostle Sulman is coming to South Africa, and we are happy to have people like you that can bring us such powerful men of God like him. And you also have other artists, powerful artists that will be here. But also in your women's ministry, you're having the conference that will be coming. What are the future plans, Mama?
Okay, for the women's ministry, we do what I call a women's celebration every year in August, because it's Women's Month.
Yes.
And we try and do it on the 9th of August.
On the 9th of August. On the 9th of August, they'll be having a conference. Please diarize it.
Yes, so we are working on that.
Mm-hmm.
So we alternate 1 year, because what I've started, if we don't have the women's celebration on the 9th of August, then we have a women's retreat, which is from Friday to Sunday.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So that's the plans with the ladies for this year. But for now, all our focus is on our upcoming conference. From the 4th to the 8th of March. So we're all excited.
Yes,
and so right now we're really just all about our
Where can people
conference.
find you? Are you on social media?
Yes.
Where can people find you?
Yes.
Let's say somebody wants just to say, you know what, just say a word over my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a Facebook page,
Okay.
obviously, and I'm on Instagram as well.
Okay.
So
What's your Facebook page?
My Facebook page is Hester Okoh.
Okay, say that again.
Hester
Yes.
then it's Okoh.
Okay.
Hester Okoh.
Awesome.
Yes.
We'll also type it on our screen so that you can see where you can find her. And thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate your last word, Mama.
All I want to say, I just want to thank you, Dr. Hope, for this opportunity. And just talking to you just makes me realize that there's so much to live for. And that is the purpose of who we are. So thank you for reminding me again that, fighting for who you are in life is not a waste. And I hope that through this broadcast that somebody's life will change in some way.
Yes.
Because I believe as woman, I am your keeper.
Yes.
I am my sister's keeper.
Yes.
So my prayer is that with this broadcast, that a woman out there has hope and knows who she is. That she's a royal priesthood.
Thank you.
And that she's from a peculiar nation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we really just thank you for this opportunity. And just talking to you really it's been amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Hope.
Thank you, everyone who tuned in and watched this broadcast. Indeed, we are moving to another level. May God keep you and may God lift you up. Rise up, don't give up. It's not yet over. What you are going through, she mentioned that you are only going through. You arrive at the other side. Keep well. God bless you. We love you. Bye.
My name is Tammy Banda. Catch Rope for Hope on Facebook Live 20:45 every Wednesday, and make sure you tune in on YouTube at 20:45 as well. Have fun.
This is Rope for Hope Talkshow every Wednesday, 8:45. Tune in. You will